Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, but I got you another episode of Coffee with Coach on this awesome morning. Hope you're up doing well, got the mind in the right place, but if not, let's put it in the right place. Again, still in the 10X book. If you've been following me, that's where I've been at for a little while now. Got some really good stuff in here that I've been wanting to share that I've been listening to. So every day they got these little jewels in here, some gems that I wanted to get out. So today, when I was doing my normal routines this morning, I was listening to the Persist Until Successful. Persist Until Successful. I want to share that with you because it's got some really good stuff for mindset and everything else. All right, so let me go right into it. Don't waste no time, and then we'll get after it a little bit after that. All right, so the ability to persist on a given path regardless of setbacks, unexpected events, bad news, and resistance to continue steadfastly or firmly in some state, purpose, or course of action in spite of conditions is a trait common to those who make it. All right, let me run that back. The ability to persist on a given path regardless of setbacks, unexpected events, bad news, and resistance to continue steadfastly or firmly in some state, purpose, or course of action in spite of conditions is a trait common to those who make it. I assure you that I, or at least, am more persistent than I am talented. That's what kind of got my attention earlier as well. I assure you that I, at least, am more persistent than I am talented. Okay, it's not about talent. It's about the persistence of it, all right? This isn't a trait that people do or do not have. It's something that can and must be developed. Children seem to display this quality innately until they come to see via socialization, parenting, or combination of both that it's not how most people act. However, this quality is necessary to make any dream a reality. Whether you are a salesperson or a state person, employee or employer or employee, you will have to learn how to persist through all types of situations. It is as though this planet has some kind of force or nature tendency, almost like gravity, that challenges people's abilities to persist. It's almost like the universe is just trying to find out who you are made of as it continues to confront you. That right there got my attention earlier. It's almost like the universe is trying to find out what you are made of as it continues to confront you. I know that any endeavor I tackle will require me to persist with 10x actions until all resistance morphs into support. I don't try to eliminate resistance. I merely keep going until the course changes and my ideas are maintained instead of or defied. For example, I had a heckler on Facebook who I support tried again to, let me see here. I had a heckler on Facebook who I tried again but couldn't. Rather than deleting that person, I asked my followers on Facebook what they thought of the situation, and they let them bury the guy and further support me. If something doesn't end up supporting me, I simply persist with so much success that any remaining resistance will cease to exist. Let me run that one back. If something doesn't end up supporting me, I simply persist with so much success that any remaining resistance will cease to exist. Persistence is a great advantage to anyone who wants to multiply his or her success because most other people have given up on their innate ability to persist. When you retrain yourself to do whatever is necessary to ensure that you are in the best mental, emotional, and financial position to persevere, you will find yourself on a list of most successful. And then it was that last sentence there that got me as well. When you retrain yourself to do whatever is necessary to ensure that you are in the best mental, emotional, and financial position to persevere, you will find yourself on the list of most successful. So that last part right there, they got mental as the first one, then emotional, and then financial. So I think that was huge for me because this is what this is all about, right? Like most of the stuff that we go through is just mental. It's a mental thing that we battle. We battle ourselves every single day on whether or not we're going to get stuff done or not. You know, things are always trying to come in our way, whether it's a person, place, thing, whatever, some type of force, like it says, it's like the world is out to get us sometimes to show us, like, you know, what we're made of. Like, are we going to finish something because something got in our way, or are we going to quit? So I had a talk with my team last night after class because again, I still waiting on some more updates on my student and teammate Ted Calloway. Haven't really heard much, so that's kind of not a good thing, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe it is. But prayers still out to him. But I was telling my students last night, because I know a lot of the students that were on the mat last night. I think I had at least 2 individuals last night that I know personally are going through like some relationship issues, divorce, separation, the things with the kids, and the list goes on. There was quite a few people on the mat last night. And so not everyone knows each other's problems, but I know a lot of the problems because people come and let me know what they're going through. So I was letting everyone know, hey, look, Ted's laying where he's laying up in the hospital room, fighting for his life. He's in the worst position possible, okay? He's got tubes all over the place, in and out of his body, man. And people all over are praying for him to come out of this, okay? And I told everyone last night, like if we're asking him to fight for everything and give it his all to make it out of this, no one on this mat, because whoever was on my mat last night was training jiu-jitsu. Like, they got it good. They got it really, really, really good compared to where Ted is at right now, okay? So I had to remind everyone last night, whatever you're going through isn't that bad compared to where Ted is at. So whatever you're going through, fight through it. Like get to the other side of where you're at, on the good side though, not the bad side, by making what? By making better decisions, better choices, taking care of yourself, listening to the right things, reading the right things, putting yourself around the right people, and the list goes on, so that you can battle your way through whatever it is that you're going through. We all have it bad in some kind of way. We're all going through something, but no one is going through anything like what Ted is going through right now. So if that guy's in there still hanging on, still fighting, man, we're obligated to still fight and keep going to make it to the other side as well. Again, because I talk about it almost daily now. Like, no one gains anything out of your failures, okay? Maybe your haters do, okay? But far as the people that love you and the people that are around you day in and day out, no one gains anything from you losing. We only gain stuff from when you're winning. So when you're winning, it helps everyone. So you have to persist until you're successful, regardless of, these challenges. It's like it says, it's like the universe is trying to find out what you're made of, and it continues to confront you. It's like, it's every day, man. It's like every day. Like, sometimes it's like, when is this stuff gonna let up? Like, when are things just gonna be smoother for me or easier for me? And it's like, it might get good for a little bit, it might ease up, but then there's always some other problem. There's always something that we have to confront and face and go through. But it's that persistence that, if you have that in you, then you can beat anything. You can beat anything. You just have to have the right mindset. And again, all the other elements, because again, praying and everything helps, hoping helps, but without action, nothing's really going to happen for you. So how do you battle everything? How do you stay persistent until you're successful? Again, repeating the same thing over again. What are you listening to? What are you reading? What are what kind of friends are you around? What are they talking about? What are their mindsets? How do they talk? Are they talking positive? Are they negative? What about your coworkers? What's around you on a daily basis that's either helping you or hurting you? And if it's hurting you and it's not going to help you be persistent in a way, then you need to get rid of it. Like, for instance, I saw a post the other day. It just reminded me, just a quick thought. Someone made a post, like a fist bump with something. I think it was a cat and a human. I don't know. It was like a kind of little of a motivational thing, like to keep going kind of thing. And then someone chimed in and was like, "Hey, what's that about?" And then the other person kind of commented what their problem was or what they were going through. And then the person commented back. This other person commented back, like that's cool and all, but that stuff isn't going to help you. And my mindset when I saw that was like, okay, that guy's got to go. Like, I would delete that comment, because they don't believe in like a positive quote or an affirmation or something. Like, someone's going through a problem and they posted like a motivational thing. That was a good thing. They could have been going through a problem and then posted something negative, right? And then what? You post something negative and the list goes on. But, you know, that's just the way it is. So you got to be very careful of what you're allowing on your Facebook pages, on your Instagram pages, on everything. Everything around you makes a huge difference on whether or not you're going to win. You know, I'll throw this in there real quick because someone asked me last night, hey, coach, this is after practice. We're finishing up and getting ready to spray the mats and everything to get up out of there. And one of my students asked me, hey, coach, you're going to go home and watch the rest of the debate? And I'm like, no. Like, for what? Like, the debate and the election and everything that's going on has nothing to do with me whatsoever on what I do on my day-to-day activities, okay? That's like an overall thing, like how to help the economy and do some other stuff or what's going on in the rest of the world. But what's going on TV between the two guys that were on TV last night has nothing to do with how I'm going to get up today, how I'm going to, like, today's just another day. So what happened last night, and you can see it on your Facebook feeds and everything like that. Everyone's making comments or whatever. I didn't watch any of it. All I see is what people post, and I just keep scrolling. Because why? Today's the same thing. I got to get up, do the same thing, make the same thing happen, read the same thing, listen to the same thing, go to class, go train. After that, it's the same thing after class. So none of that, to me, is just negative because it's why. Apparently, from what I'm reading, it's like two guys just bickering at each other on stage. How is that going to help me? How is what's last night debate sitting there for however long it was, okay, however long that was, you sit there and waste that much time when you could have been reading something, studying something, improving your well-being than sitting these guys, watching these guys say whatever they were saying to each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm persistent in making sure that what's around me, okay, what is around me is good stuff. Not bad stuff, not stuff that's going to waste my time. Like, again, the stuff that was on TV last night. Don't have time for that. Whoever wins, wins. The very next day in November, whenever the actual date is, the very next day, I'm going to get up and do the same thing. I'm going to get up and run or work out. I'm going to get up and do this and do that. Go to class, teach jiu-jitsu. It's going to be the exact same thing. I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this kind of stuff. I'm going to come in and do another video. Does not matter because that stuff isn't going to dictate how my personal life, day-to-day activities is going to help me win. Does not matter. Who's going to help me win? Me and the people that I put around me and the things that I read and the things that I listen to. So persistence until successful. If you don't have the right things around you, it's going to be really hard to win. Simple as that. So you got to make sure you're persistent and making sure you have winning things around you. And like things like last night, again, I'm glad I didn't watch it because you wake up this morning and then you just see people, man, just fighting their opinions. And it's like, man, waste of time. I'm trying to win, guys. So hope you are too. And wish you guys a great day. Hope that helps. And we'll catch you on the next one.